Oh man, these past few days have been an absolute grind. And it's not because I'm working hard or doing a lot. It's because I've been feeling sick these past few days, but we're still out there, still trying to get it done. I just finished up a bike ride. I ended up calling it short, a little bit short than the actual route. The route's about 36-ish miles. I just came back after 30 miles just because the amount of time, and had a meeting coming up, so I decided to cut it short. But I woke up a couple days ago, and when you're starting to get sick, your mouth starts to get a little bit dry. That's what happened. And then I was like, oh, I hope I'm not getting sick. That day I was fine, so I was like, okay, I didn't think anything of it. And then I think yesterday was the first day that it really hit me, and I was just not feeling good. My nose was leaking, maybe 2 days ago. I'm not sure. But yeah, my nose is leaking. Still getting everything done though. That's the main thing that I'm trying to do my best at, is just get something done. And I know some people might be like, you gotta rest, you gotta recover because you're sick. And I mean, for me, that's not what I'm gonna do. You can go ahead and rest and recover, but for me, I'm gonna actually try and go out there and get some efforts in. And it might not be great efforts, but I want to be able to prepare for any single circumstance possible, because I know when I had my marathon, I woke up that morning, I was sick, and I didn't prepare for it, because who the hell's training while they're sick, or who tries to get sick and is like, I got to train while I'm sick? It's not something that you really think of. So even though I'm sick right now, I'm still trying to get some efforts in. So if maybe on race day I am a little bit sick or below the weather, I'm still going to have some training under me while I was sick. And obviously, it's not going to be ideal, but if I show up and I'm not sick, then it's a whole bonus because I was able to train while I'm sick. And that's pretty much what I'm doing right now, is just trying to grind through. It's nothing crazy for the efforts, it's just go out there and get something in. And today's effort for my bike ride was 30 miles. I think I did it in about an hour and 40. Nothing too crazy. I just sat up the whole time, just trying to get an effort in and just trying to get my body moving. And it's really weird that when I will sit here and I'm doing nothing, I feel so bad, head's throbbing, nose is leaking. And once I go out and do an activity, whether that's running, swimming, biking, probably even working out. I know I've done that in the past where I've been a little bit under the weather and I work out. But once I do a physical activity, I wouldn't say I feel great, but you feel better. So it's weird how that happens. And I just think that physical activity, they might say you need to rest and recover, let your body recharge and recover. But I think there's a little bit of physical activity that helps your body like replenish itself, and it just feels good when it actually does it. Because I know when I'm sitting here, I I've been having toilet paper stuck up my nose because I'm just leaking out like a faucet. And when I'm on the bike, my nose just stops leaking. So it's just really weird how that happens, but still trying to get efforts in. I got my lunch here. It's actually like really good. One of my favorites that I eat. And then I'm gonna be going out and swimming a little bit later. It's probably gonna be another chill swim. I think yesterday we had swim class, and that was probably when I was feeling the worst. Today I'm feeling a little bit better, which is good, but yesterday it was the worst I was feeling. And every time I did a flip turn, my head it was just like shaking in there, and it just felt like throbbing every time I did a flip turn, but hung in there, still got it done. It was actually a pretty decent, tough workout, but I don't think my efforts were maybe up to par as when I'm healthy, but I still hung in there as best I could. And I don't think my watch tracked my kicking. I think I finished with about 4,300 yards, and I think if it tracked the kicking, I would have been up around 5,000. But yeah, the yesterday's workout was tough and just all the flip turns. So we'll see how it goes today. My head's not as bad. My nose isn't really leaking, so I'm getting a little bit better. So I don't think the swim's gonna be as bad today. But right now, gonna eat lunch. Just wrapped up the bike ride, and just thought I'd share that with you, that even though I am getting a little bit sick these past few days, I have just been grinding through it. I don't feel like doing anything else other than really eating and training somewhat. I don't mind training, so it's just been easy runs, easy bikes, easy swims other than the swim class yesterday, but we're still getting in there and getting it done. And I'll show you my lunch. It's actually one of my favorites. So we got, what do we got? We got pulled pork, asparagus, Brussels sprouts. I ran out of Brussels sprouts, that's why I had asparagus. And then I got two different types of mushrooms. I don't know if you can really see them. There's shiitake mushrooms, and then there's also white whole organic mushrooms, and then also got some white rice as well. So, gonna eat this. After that, we'll go out for a swim, and then that's pretty much today, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be feeling a little bit better. So one of the hardest parts about being sick is cooking and eating healthy. I know the first day that I was sick, all I felt like doing was ordering pizza and eating that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just because it's quick, easy, tastes good. But I figured if I'm sick, the best thing to do is give my body the best fuel and stuff that's going to help recover it the best as possible and as fast as possible. So that's what I've been trying to do the best, is just stay consistent with my diet. And I've been doing that. I've been hitting my calories, hitting my macros, getting all the nutrients in there. But what I've also been doing is just kind of like rewarding myself at the end of the day. And then I'll get something unhealthy like a ice cream or a cookie just to kind of reward myself, I guess, because I made it through the day and I ate healthy. I got all my calories, got all my macros in. And I just figured that this is the best way to get me back to normal and get me back on the train to be able to go back out there, put in hard workouts. So I think this is one of the harder things to do while you're sick, is just making sure that you're eating healthy, you're cooking, and I know that can take a long time, especially when you're feeling sick and all you really want to do is lay down on the couch. But that's one thing I am doing my best to focus on, is continuing to eat healthy and get all those macro and micronutrients in. All right, we're here at the pool. We don't have, there's a workout. It doesn't seem too hard. I believe it's about 2,500 is going to be aerobic to easy pace. And then there's going to be 500 yards. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of effort going in there. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully my head's not pounding too much when I am doing my flip turns. But one thing that I discovered when I was sick the other day is to not have caffeine. I was looking up like what I should have, what I should not have. And I discovered that you shouldn't have caffeine. The one day I was just feeling so sluggish and tired, and I wanted something to pick me up. So I was like, caffeine. So I had a coffee, and then I had another coffee, and then I was just feeling tired and sluggish. So I had some pre-workout. So I just had a whole bunch of caffeine, and then I read it later that you're not supposed to have caffeine. So I was like, well, guess I won't have caffeine. So the next day and today I didn't have any caffeine. And basically, I think the reason is because caffeine dehydrates you. And one of the things that it does say is to drink lots of water, electrolytes, energy drinks, whatever it might be, to get salt and retain more of that water. So I started drinking some more element packs and just trying to stay as hydrated as possible. Another thing it said is bananas, just because I'm probably assuming because it's quick and easy, but it also has a lot of nutrients. When you're sick, you might not be getting in a lot of nutrients. So that's basically what I learned being sick past few days, because I wanted to heal and recover as quick as possible. And so I decided to look up what's some ways that I can heal the quickest and fastest way possible. And that's pretty much what I found. So we're here at the pool and we're going to eat this banana. We chill in the hot tub for a few minutes before, and then we'll get in the pool. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy, just because a lot of easy and aerobic efforts, but it'll be about 3,200 yards. Take me about an hour. So we'll update you after. so hot, and I don't think it's just from the swim and being really hard. I think it's because of the sickness as well. I'm just like extra hot right now. The 50s, I did. That was, I killed myself with that. I think I should have had on 47 to 50 to give myself a little bit of extra break, because I was getting to the end and I was getting about 2 to 3 seconds of rest. That was just tough, but swimming is already hard enough and takes a lot of effort for me to get there. And sometimes it's like, I really don't feel like doing it. Today was just extra. I got in the hot tub and I was just like, oh man, I really don't feel like swimming. But then I got in there, did a couple laps. I had, it was like throbbing a little bit, my head, the headache. But it was just the first couple laps, and then after that it was fine. But those 50s, they absolutely destroyed me. I needed a longer break than than that. I was thinking I don't know, at first I was going to do 42, and then I was like, nah, I don't think I can do 42. And then good thing I changed it to 45, because 42 I would have been getting like no rest. I don't even think I would have been able to make those segments. But at least I know for next time, or I think it's just in the future, I can look at it and compare and see if I do improve a bit. Because, I mean, I think I started at like 37, 38, and then I finished at 42, I think. So, lots of room to improve there. I'm really hot right now. We're going to get home, get changed up, get a snack, and finish out the day with some healthy foods. And then maybe a reward at the end of the day. Quick side note here. When I put my hair like this, I've been swimming so much that my hair's getting dyed, and when I put it like this, it looks a lot more blonde. So I'm dyeing my hair for free. Yeah. RX bars have been a staple in my diet for quite some time now, quite a few years. But recently, it's become somewhat of a reward. After I finish off all my exercises on the day, I'll have one of these. So usually after my second one, sometimes after my first one, but usually it's after my second one, I usually give myself like this reward of these RX bars. Tastes so good, and it's got really good ingredients. Like when you look at the ingredients, it's got dates, egg whites, almonds, cashews, blueberries, natural flavors, and that's it. And I think it was RX bar. It was some company, they talked about it, and then they compared to other companies where it's like you can't even read the ingredients that's inside of them. Like, I'm not going to name the brand of this. Like, emulsifier. I've never heard of that word in my life. I don't know what it means, but when you look at the ingredients compared to this, and then there's other ones like maltodextrin, I think maybe that's sugar. I don't know what that is, but just when you look at the ingredients, it's just so much night and day difference between RX bars and other companies that they add all this other stuff inside of them. So RX bars are my go-to snack. Got another staple of my diet. I'm not going to tilt it because it's really watery, but it's my oatmeal, peanut butter, chia seeds, flax seeds, cinnamon, and honey. I haven't been eating it as much just because there's so much fiber in it, and if you've been following the saga, the reason I haven't been eating it because of the fiber, and I've been trying to monitor my fiber, and I don't know exactly if it is because of the fiber or I started taking Tums. The pain in my stomach has gone away, which is good. And so I'm not sure if it was the fiber or if it's heartburn, whatever it might be, but that's gone. And it's weird, like I was talking about earlier, when you're doing physical activities, you don't feel sick and you feel better than you actually do when you're not doing anything. Like right now, I'm starting to feel worse. Like my nose is starting to get congested, and like I start to feel a little bit warmer than normal. And it's just weird that, I don't know, I think physical activity just has like a good impact on your life, and I don't know, maybe they're just trying to tell you to not do it, but and rest, recover, but it's just so weird. Gonna have this, and I'm done for the physical activities on the day. Just been doing 2 days, even while I'm sick here. Past 2 days, I think I did a run yesterday and a bike, just a couple of easy run bikes. Actually, yesterday was a swim run maybe. And then Monday was run bike, maybe. I'm not too sure. I can put them on the screen. But I haven't been, the only ones that I've actually been pushing myself while I'm sick are the swims. And I do feel myself getting a little bit warm while I do push myself during those efforts. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but we're still alive, we're still here, we're still kicking, and we're still gonna continue pushing ourselves, especially while we're sick, because never heard of a day off in my life. We just keep going. We keep going. I think I still have soap in my beard. Yeah, I do still have soap. Guess I didn't fully clean off. Got ourselves dinner here, hitting our macros, micros on the day, and we might reward ourselves after this because we hit that and I'm not feeling well. So, but this is probably one of my favorite things that I started doing, and I think this is a great hack. Just buying rotisserie chicken. I buy it at Costco. I think you can get it at places like Walmart, maybe Sam's Club, but I think it's only $4, $4 or $5 for a whole chicken, and it lasts me 4 to 5 times depending on how hungry I am. So it's basically $1 per meal. So you can't beat those prices, and it tastes good. So already cooked for you. I'm preheating it right now, but such a good hack. I strongly recommend it. A, because it tastes good. B, cost effective. So we got chicken, broccoli, sweet potatoes, finishing off our day here with our macros. Hopefully tomorrow I'm feeling better, somewhat back to normal. Today I'm feeling better, but still not 100%. But I'd like to get back out there and put in some good efforts in my runs and potentially bikes as well. Because I feel like I don't put much effort into my bikes, just long rides. But yeah, we're going to eat up dinner here and then I think reward ourselves a little bit afterwards. Oh man, this smells and looks so good right now, but I feel like it's going to create a mess, so I'm going to get home really quick. You might not be able to see it. I think it's like an apple cinnamon fritter donut or something like that, but I'm going to get home really quick and eat it, and then we'll wrap this up. Oh man, I'm such a pig, but I've earned it. So good. I got such a bad sweet tooth, it's not healthy. If I wasn't disciplined, things would be off the track. But this was just a couple days, mainly just today, but just an update on my training and going through it, being sick, because I know that's part of the process. And even though I'm sick, I still got to put in the work. I don't have any other options. I just got to do it. And I think it's also the urgency that I've talked about in previous videos, that I want to make sure that I'm capitalizing on all my time here in Tucson. I don't want to I moved out here for only 3 months, and it's like I don't want to spend a week sitting on the couch doing nothing, waiting till I can go back outside and still train. I can still train, and I can also rest on the couch if I do want to, but I haven't been doing as much resting. But this is just something that, you got to deal with and got to battle with the punches. And that's kind of what I'm doing, is getting hit in the face right now. And how are you going to react to it? Are you going to just roll over and let it beat you? Or are you going to try and punch back and see if you can battle with it? And that's kind of how my mentality's always been. Maybe not always, but recently it's been that, where I don't want to take days off and I don't want to lose. So just trying to battle through those tough days, those days when you're sick, you're not feeling it. And I think the hardest part with these days is just getting through. And I know I'm not eating healthy right now, but 95% of my day was healthy, and I got everything in that I usually eat. Whereas that one day, I just felt like getting a pizza and eating pizza for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And just having those, what is it called? Where you're just holding yourself back and you're not succumbing to the actual urges that I want to do. So just going through these past few days, sick. Hopefully I can feel better. Hopefully I can get out, get some good runs in, get some good bikes in before my time's up here in Tucson. Because we only got about 25 more days left. Time's been flying by. But I think it's been great out here so far, and looking forward to the last 25 days. So this is a day training while sick, and kind of going over my past few days of training while sick. And I hope you enjoyed this update. I'm going to absolutely destroy this donut and get back to it. But I appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.